Stay up to date with all that's happening with the new national party, NNP. Send us a message via text or WhatsApp on 405-8683 with your name, email, and constituency. Stay in the know with NNP. Get updated.
An enchanting evening awaits you as the Spice Mass Corporation and the National Queen Show Committee present an evening of fashion. It features the 2019 Carnival Queen contestant, an evening where fashion and beauty collide. It's on Sunday, June 30th at the Port Louis Marina from 5 p.m. Tickets are $30 and includes a complimentary glass of wine on entry and discounted pizza. An evening of fashion, Sunday, June 30th at the Port Louis Marina, featuring the 2019 Carnival Queen contestants. Spice Mass, many events, one carnival.
This Friday, it's on again. The Tantin Hardcore is the place to be as we head down to Carnival City. It's all about our culture, our artists, our Spice Mess. Your favorite artists and DJs would be there. Come experience the musical sounds of the Stew Band and the Octane Band live. Starting time 8 p.m. and you pay $10 at the door. Carnival City is on again this and every Friday. Up to Carnival. It's Spice Mess. Many events, one carnival. Don't you dare miss being a part of this experience.
Construction of Guave Polyclinic ahead of schedule. Details to this story and more in the National Report. With the details to the news for Wednesday, June 19th, I am Rakisha St. Louis. 8 months after the ceremonial sod turning on October 26, 2018, by government and EU officials, the Guave Health Center has risen from the dust, with construction ahead of schedule and eyes focused on the model health facility, which is expected to be the only government polyclinic on island. We get more in this Kevil Frederick report.
Led by a team of engineers, architects, and the representatives of the Chinese construction firm Shingdong Fire Young Caribbean Construction Group, Health Minister the Honorable Nicholas Steele accompanied a delegation from him. During the 2018 election campaign, the Kate Mitchell ruling New National Party did promise the people of St. John and St. Mark that the Guave Health Center would be reconstructed bigger and better. And from all indications thus far, the 3-story polyclinic is well on the way to becoming another government promise signed, sealed, and delivered. His ministry, as well as officials from the Ministry of Works and the European Union Development Fund within the Ministry of Finance, on a tour of the Guave Health Center project site. At the start of the visit, Lorna Charles, an architect from the Ministry of Works, shared some insights on the project.
This is going to be the principal parking lot for the area. And as you come into the parking lot now, we have a little bridge where you would access the actual upstairs, or what we call the second floor of the building. Because we go basement, ground floor, first floor, and second floor. So as you enter here, you would have all the services. We are going to put a staircase here so that you can access the ground floor, and you have an extra entrance, escape, emergency access, whatever you want to call it.
Having toured the project from top to bottom and being part of the discussions with the experts, the health minister told our GAS team,
the project is ahead of schedule with respect to the contractor. It's actually based on schedule now, 8 months ahead of schedule. We're hoping to maintain that advancement on it to deliver this project ahead of schedule and within budget.
During the 2018 election campaign, the Kate Mitchell ruling New National Party did promise the people of St. John and St. Mark that the Guelph Health Centre would be reconstructed bigger and better. And from all indications thus far, the 3-story polyclinic is well on the way to becoming another government promise signed, sealed and delivered.
I am happy that we started. I have made public comments that it was long overdue in terms of the starting. But once started, with the contractor working hand in hand with us, we are ahead of schedule with respect to the time for construction. But the people of St. John's, St. Mark's will have their polyclinic in 2020.
The island's health minister is confident that the soon-to-be polyclinic will improve the delivery of care to all those who access services.
It will serve the community better. It will reduce the need for individuals to go all the way to the general hospital. It will increase the time, the efficiency with respect to reducing the time between incident and getting to care, because this facility is central to the St. John, St. Mark's community. So it will benefit. It is a more efficient structure. We have been working hand in hand with the European Union and Pan American Health Organization on. Also to mention that this facility is also a smart facility with respect to its climate resilience, its ability to withstand a disaster. So it will be up and running based on its design. It is meant to be up and running post-disaster to serve this community or to continue to serve this community.
Nicole Garaway-Forsyth, one of the EU's representatives who also toured the project, told GIS her team was satisfied with the level of progress thus far.
We're very happy to see the progress that has been made thus far. This site visit here today allowed us to really identify some of the issues, to also to assess the work that has been undertaken and really to get a better idea, a heightened appreciation of the work that is left to be undertaken under this project.
She described the project as a win for Grenada.
The European Union, we're very pleased to partner with the government of Grenada, and we earnestly believe that this is a win for the government and people of Grenada.
Meanwhile, with all eyes focused on the new development currently taking place in the nation's fishing capital, government and private technical experts say they are hoping to keep the momentum to deliver the project ahead of schedule without sacrificing the quality with respect to the specifications and requirements of the building. I am Kevin Frederick reporting for the National Report.
Minister for Trade, Industry, Cooperatives and CARICOM Affairs, Honorable Oliver Joseph, has promised Grenada's unwavering commitment and support following its historic election to the United Nations Security Council. He was speaking at the 4th sitting of the OECS Assembly in Antigua this week. St. Vincent and the Grenadines was elected to the seat that is allocated to the group of Latin America and Caribbean states for the period of January 1st, 2020 to December 31st, 2021, with the support of 185 member states, over 90% of the United Nations membership. The voting took place at the United Nations headquarters in New York earlier this month. Minister Joseph described the victory as one for all small island states.
St. Vincent, you're a sign of hope for all small island developing states. And we in Grenada pledge our full support to you as you start your 2-year journey on the Security Council. Rest assured, and I may say the rest of the OECS, you have our full support as you make your mark, and I have no doubt that you will do a good job.
The other 4 countries that have been elected to the United Nations' most powerful body are Estonia, Niger, Tunisia, and Vietnam. This is the National Report. We'll have more news after the break.
Every summer, the Spice Island of Grenada is transformed into the Caribbean's biggest party, Spice Man.
Coming down to Grenada.
Come experience the warmth of our people, trending theme fats, the revelry, the pageantry, and why we are the Jab Nation. The Kids Our Future shines on August 3rd in the Children's Carnival Frolic and the Junior Calypso Show. 7 beauties take center stage as the Queen of Carnival is crowned on majestic Thursday, August 8th. The prestigious Soca and Groovy Monarchs are crowned on Carnival Friday night, August 9th. Enjoy the pulsating rhythms of the Still Pan at the Junior and the Senior Panorama on Carnival Saturday, August 10th, and Real Steel, August 17th. The March Gras crowns the Calypso Monarch on Carnival Sunday, August 11th. 2 days of frolicking in the Caribbean sun kicks off on Monday morning, August 12th, with the biggest Juve in the world, followed by pageant and Monday night mass. The creativity and splendor of our mass parades on the road Carnival Tuesday, August 13th. Join us in the Jab Nation of Grenada, August 8th to 12th for Spice Mass 2019. Many events, one carnival.
Welcome back. Building a highly competent and skilled workforce. That is the objective of the 2-day World Skills Grenada competition, which was held at Tamsisi's Hospitality Center. It was held under the theme Showcasing Youth Skills for Employment, with competition focused in 4 broad areas. Details from Annette Moore.
The WorldSkills Grenada competition is modeled after the WorldSkills International competition, which is focused on skills excellence and youth development, geared at building confidence, empowering communities, and helping to fuel economies.
What I'm very impressed with is that we had so many people come to assist us in terms of volunteers. We had all our judges, we have had coaches, experts, student volunteers, industry experts in the field, you media people, a lot of people have come forward to assist us in making sure that this competition is a success.
The WorldSkills Grenada competition is intended to showcase the technical competencies of young Grenadians in 4 skill areas. In this year's event, competitors between the ages of 17 and 25 years old competed in the areas of cooking, fashion technology, graphic design technology, and beauty therapy. Participants shared how they were progressing on the first day of competition, and the judges also provided feedback.
Today's event was good, but there is areas that could be developed. There is things that could be done to, get the participants up to speed.
The competition helps us with speed, time management, and thinking on the spot, because when we got the criteria, we had to think about what we wanted to do, each sauce, each everything, what we putting into this and that.
Today's event, we have to produce a dress-like form, gown, high fashion, couture styling. So I did my design. We have to sketch. The first part is sketching out the design, and then we meet with the models. We take the measurement to assure that everything is okay. Right. So then we draft. After the sketching, we draft. That's the phase that we in here now. We have about an hour and a half to do both, and then after that we do the cutting. There's a cutting of the pattern, and then after we sew, which is tomorrow because it's 2 days of competition.
Beauty participants were also enthusiastic about their experience.
They had us make a video of doing a facial and somebody here, and then we had to send the video to them. So that's how I make it to here.
Certain things we didn't know, so we had to take extra time. We had to practice, we had to take notes, we had to revise, still research after.
Today it played out really good. I was able to finish all my tasks on time. The competition itself, it can be a little challenging. It was at the beginning for me.
And I'm looking forward to doing my best, and I guess may the best win.
I'm happy to see things like this. I'm happy to see young people given a chance to hone their skills, especially in the beauty aspect of the business. I was very impressed with what I saw here today. There's always room for improvement, as I always say, but the first step is to doing it right, and I think that they have that well set.
I've been cutting it very close with the time constraint. I had higher expectations for one, to start a little earlier, but also not to have so many tasks at hand, because I have to create a logo, create postcards, and then I still have to create a booklet and so on, and it's a lot. So time is of the essence.
Other exhibition displays included robotics, cosmetology, bartending, baking, the Internet of Things, bow tie craft, massage, facials, and more.
This being the first World Skills in Grenada, from today, even at this point, we have learned a lot, and we are seeing a number of areas that we need to improve on. And for tomorrow, please the Lord, there are some areas we are definitely going to work on to improve, to ensure that the competition starts on time and the participants has the best experience ever in this World Skills.
Grenada became a member of World Skills Americas in July 2018 and will be eligible to send participants to World Skills Americas competitions when they are held every 2 years. For the National Report, I'm Manette Moore.
That story just ended the National Report for today, Wednesday, June 19th. Let's recap the top story. Construction of Guav Polyclinic ahead of schedule. On behalf of everyone here at the Government Information Service who made this newscast possible, I am Rakisha St. Louis saying thank you for joining us. Until next time.
My name is Michaela Williams, winner of the Festival of the Arts Secondary School Solo Pan Competition. And these are my colleagues.
We are members of the Full Comanchero Steel Orchestra, your current panorama champions.
Having won 3 of the last full panorama competitions in Spice Mass.
We are inviting you to Spice Mass 2019, especially junior and senior panorama, at the National Stadium on Saturday, 10th August 2019.
Come and enjoy the experience, the excitement, and the skills of the players of the various steel orchestra.
Suzuki Pan Wizards,
Republic Bank Interlaps,
New Dimension,
Panacea,
Melody Warriors,
Rainbow City All-Stars, Ranroy Pan Angels,
Digital Florida All-Stars,
and of course, Flow Comancheros.
After Panorama, you can join us on the road for Juve and Parade of the Bands on Monday the 12th and Tuesday the 13th of August.
Spice Mass 2019. Don't miss it.
The new National Party, NNP UTOM, in association with Waggy Tea, presents a pre-Fisherman's Birthday Bingo. On Saturday, 22nd June, the Victoria Park in Redville, starting time 7 p.m. It's $50,000 in cash and prizes to be won. $50,000 in cash and prizes prizes. Tickets cost $40 for one. Pay $70 and we give you 2 tickets. Music by DJ Chemist. Make it a date. Saturday, 22nd June. Victoria Park, Grenville. $50,000. Free Fisherman Birthday Bingo. Don't you dare miss this.
It's coming. The new family of EC Polymer Notes.
What is different about these notes?
The feel.
Polymer notes are made from a thin plastic film which makes the notes feel smoother than the paper notes.
The orientation.
The notes have a portrait orientation. You will read the notes from top to bottom instead of left to right as you do with the paper notes.
Unique tactile feature.
The front of each note has raised bumps at the top left-hand corner. These bumps form shapes that are familiar to you.
Holographic foil strip.
This feature is on the $20, $50, and $100. When you tilt the notes, the images and colors in this section will change.
New image on the $50.
The back of the $50 bears the image of former governor of the ECCB, the late Honorable Sir K. Dwight Venner.
New signature.
All the notes bear the signature of the current governor, Timothy N.J. Antoine.
EC Polymer Notes. Cleaner, safer, stronger.
Every summer, the Spice Island of Grenada is transformed into the Caribbean's biggest party, Spice Man.
Coming down to Grenada.
Come experience the warmth of our people, trending theme fats, the revelry, the pageantry, and why we are the Jab Nation. The Kids Our Future shines on August 3rd in the Children's Carnival Frolic and the Junior Calypso Show. 7 beauties take center stage as the Queen of Carnival is crowned on majestic Thursday, August 8th. The prestigious Soca and Groovy Monarchs are crowned on Carnival Friday night, August 9th. Enjoy the pulsating rhythms of the Still Pan at the Junior and the Senior Panorama on Carnival Saturday, August 10th, and Real Steel, August 17th. The March Gras crowns the Calypso Monarch on Carnival Sunday, August 11th. 2 days of frolicking in the Caribbean sun kicks off on Monday morning, August 12th, with the biggest Juve in the world, followed by pageant and Monday night mass. The creativity and splendor of our mass parades on the road Carnival Tuesday, August 13th. Join us in the Jab Nation of Grenada, August 8th to 12th for Spice Mass 2019. Many events, one carnival.
2018 was great. 2019, this will be epic. This is me, Scholar, 2018 Calypso Monarch of Grenada, and I'm inviting one and all to come down to Grenada for Spice Mass, the greatest, biggest festival in all of the world. I'm inviting you to the March Gras, where I will be chasing after history. This year, the March Gras, this will be the greatest March Gras of all the March Gras. All the bards will be coming.
I want to tell Mr. Killer, come over, the message to lava, come over. Man, if you want to win the monarchy, do head reduction surgery. They talk going around the tongue, your head too big for the crown. So listen to what I say, forget what is CCJ.
So what are you waiting for? Just book your ticket and come down. Last Carnival was real bacchanal, and this year going to be the mother of all. The boom boom going to ring, heart is going to sing. Pam pam. Big up for Simon for his contribution.
Water, Earth's purest life-sustaining resource, can easily become contaminated by environmental conditions. NAWASA continues to improve the quality of its water supply through state-of-the-art water treatment systems and trained, experienced staff. NAWASA preserves our health and quality of life. NAWASA, committed to meeting customers' needs.
Stay up to date with all that's happening with the new National Party, NNP. Send us a message via text or WhatsApp on 405-8683 with your name, email, and constituency. Stay in the know with NNP. Get updated.
You're listening to Hard Talk Grenada via www.hardtalkgrenada.com.
This is the land I love. So Eric, Matthew, Gary, we all know, became our first working class hero. Took Grenada out of the gutter and made this country popular. 51 place him as a leader. He won 5 seats in the legislature, but was found guilty of cash that spent. So London took over the rent. So let us put our strength behind Mitchell. Let the fella know we mean well. Let us be one happy family. Live together in unity. He need help out there as we leader. Let's show him we love each other. Let him know that we're here to give. And make Grenada one blessed place to live. Mauricio elected to Parliament. 33 years served in that department. With the West Indian Federation, he was asked to serve the nation. He began intensive effort to build a Caribbean nation of sort. Got some possession of a newspaper. 34 years as an editor. So let us put our strength behind Mitchell. Let the fella know we mean well. Let us be one happy family. Live together in unity. He need help out there as we leader. Let's show him we love each other. Let him know that we're here to give. And make Grenada one blessed place to live. An ambitious, intelligent fella. Maurice Bishop truly was a great scholar. Manly fella, he from a coup. Gary didn't know what to do. Bishop fought yes for women's rights and also against apartheid. Bishop was killed. Things got so grim. The name is the new airport after him. So let us put our strength behind Mitchell. Let the fella know we mean well. Let us be one happy family. Live together in unity. He need help out there as we leader. Let's show him we love each other. Let him know that we're here to give. And make Grenada one blessed place to live.
Good morning to you, Grenada, Carriacou, and Pity Martinique. Once again, it's time for Hard Talk. My name is Sheldon Scott.
I'm Devon Romain.
And you're listening to Hard Talk Radio. Yes, indeed. We're live on 97.5 City Sound FM.
89.5 CRFM.
92.9 Sister Isle FM out there in Carriacou and Pity Martinique.
And 94.9 We Noise Radio out there in Brooklyn.
We're also live on YouTube. Yeah, you can check us out on YouTube. Just click in the search engine, look for Hard Talk Grenada, and we have our website, www.hardtalkgrenada.com, and you can look for us live on Facebook. You look for Hard Talk Grenada Live. All right? Nice. Beautiful. It's a beautiful Friday morning on the Isle of Spice. Mix of rain, mix of sun, just the way we love it. Yeah, it's also the longest day for the year.
Also the longest day for the year.
Yeah, longest day for the year. It's the summer equinox. That's what they call it? Yeah. Summer equinox, I think, yeah. Mm-hmm.
Short nights.
Yeah, shorter night, longer days. Yeah, so less time to party.
You see,
more time to work.
Since 5 o'clock, around after 5, the sun was peaking.
Yeah, boy.
And I'm up to the north. I'm up in the east.
After 4, you see the place started to get bright already. Yeah. These days, after 4, you done those security officers, wherever you are, yeah, we realize you all start to see the thing looking bright as well. Let's say a special good morning to all the security officers, all the men and women of the Royal Grenada Police Force as well, the men and women in the security services. Special good morning to prison services.
Coast Guard.
Yeah, in specific, Coast Guard. Coast Guard fellas, we know all of us have some nice line, but I ain't hear all you and lady. Coast Guard fellas and lady. I ain't hear all you callers. I ain't hear nothing. Commander, what going on?
I find they kind of low these days.
Walk with me. I find, man, I want to come now and get a nice little Coast Guard waters again.
Sergeant Pierre, good morning to you.
Yeah, man, and fellas and them have it going on down there, man. Yeah. Corporal.
Coast Guard.
English.
Some dedicated men and women in our Coast Guard service.
Yeah, man. And don't worry, you might hear good news anytime from now, in the Coast Guard and thing, you understand? Yeah, sometimes you have to just listen and then you hear good news. Yes, Snakey Boy, say exercise. Yeah, you can tell one of the older Calypsonians, huh? Say a special good morning to all of the busmen, wherever you're running. And people remember to pay the bus. Watch, Devon, they had to pay the bus. Yeah, they had to pay the bus.
Don't just jump on and jump off. That's not good.
Yeah. No free ride. Yeah. No free ride. Watch, Devon, watch. Let me take 2 minutes there.
Recently, Jenny bought a new bus. Asked for a free ride, she start to cuss. She say, help, I'm no stupid. You always rode me old bus free already. Now I see you come back again. You take this riding thing as a bloody thing. You are riding this new bus free. Pay me bus like everybody. Because I am not a A-hole. I am not a B-hole. I am not a pot-hole. I am no cocky hole. If you feel you could ride me free, you are getting away from me. You are getting away scotch-free. You are getting away easy. You have to pay. Kevin, look right. You have to pay the bus. You must pay.
Yeah, this one is going out to all of the busmen, eh?
You have to ride free. Have to pay.
Rex, they have to pay.
That's why I like the pay-for system.
We just go down as a good family. She say, whether family or not, when come to business, she doesn't have that. She say, you take great advantage of me. Every time we meet, you always ride me free. Things don't remain the same. You are getting no plastic free ride again. Cause I am not a A-hole. I am not a B-hole. I am not a pot-hole. I am no cocky hole. If you feel you could ride me free, you are getting away from me. You are getting away scotch-free. You are getting away easy.
Yes, indeed. Pay the bus. All right. That one is coming down from Elf, man.
Hey, Sheldon, a pretty busy weekend.
Very.
This week, from this evening.
Yeah, man. Let me tell you people what are going on. So at least by 11 we could complete that part.
Exactly.
Yeah, so let's start telling people what are going on.
As a matter of fact, the IRD, Inland Revenue Department Outreach Office team moved to St. John's and St. Patrick's today. Right? The Inland Revenue Division wishes to thank all its valuable taxpayers who have taken advantage of the services provided by the Outreach Office's initiative, conducted in the parish of St. David, St. Andrews, Carriacou, over the past few weeks. This week, the Outreach Office team moved to St. John's and St. Patrick's, right, to serve our valued customers there. Both parishes will be served on Friday, 21st June. That's today. In St. John's, the Outreach Office team will be in the Gov Nutmeg Pool from 9 a.m., all right, and in St. Patrick's at the District Revenue Office, Soteres, from 8 a.m. to 5 p.m. All right, the Inland Revenue Division is encouraging persons in these areas to take the opportunity, all right, make tax payments on all tax types, register businesses, file objections for property tax and obtain clarity information on tax-related matters. Okay?
Yes, indeed. And also from the Inland Revenue Department, division, I keep saying department, division, they wish to advise the general public in that keeping with the provisions of the Value Added Tax Act of 2009. Yeah, the VAT Act of 2009 wasn't we in power at that time. But anyway,
No.
the sale of fancy mass carnival costumes will attract a 15% VAT as of the 2020 tax period.
Wow.
The 2020 tax period, right? This was agreed to at a recent consultation held with fancy mass band leaders. However, as it relates to Monday night mass packages, please be reminded that the sale of each package will attract the 15% value added tax as normal. Yeah? So let me just read that again. They advise the general public that in keeping with the provisions of the VAT Act of 2019, the sale of fancy mass costumes will attract a 15% VAT as of the 2020 tax period, so next year. But Monday night packages, please be reminded that the sale of each package will attract the 15% value added tax as per normal. All mass band leaders who are not yet registered with the Inland Revenue Department division are encouraged to register with the division for tax purposes by July 1st, 2019. Band leaders who have formed a company or alternately operate in their own name, sole trader, please note the following. For a company structure, the requirement would be to file and pay corporation income tax along with other applicable taxes. A sole trader structure, the requirement would be to file and pay personal income tax along with other applicable taxes. The public is also informed that in accordance with the provisions of the VAT Act, prices quoted by promoters on tickets for all public entertainment events should be VAT inclusive. Yeah? So when you're having your events and so on, you're selling your tickets.
Yes.
Yeah, the VAT office had to get a little thing out of that as well. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Must get a thing. All right. Well, we move on. It's Saturday. Wow. Bingo Saturday.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. The NNP Youth Arm in association with WeiVybz presents a pre-Fisherman's Birthday Bingo on Saturday, 22nd June at Victoria Park, Grenville. Starts at 7 p.m. Jackpot $50,000 in cash and prizes. Tickets $40 for one, $75 for two. Music by DJ Chemist. All right, make it a date. It's Saturday, 22nd June, Victoria Park, Grenville. Remember, it's tomorrow evening at the Victoria Park. Okay?
Mm-hmm.
Also, the Prime Minister's 11 versus Adrian Spaceman All-Star teams. Yeah, the members of the Hard Rock Sports Club is hosting the Prime Minister's 11 cricket team in a friendly fundraising cricket match against the Adrian Spaceman Mitchell 11 on the 22nd of June. That's tomorrow. Okay, 2019 at the River Sally playing field from 12 noon. The purpose of this fundraiser is to accumulate funds to assist the Hard Rock Sports Club in the preparation for the 2019 football season. So go out there and be a part of an evening of fun, right? The Prime Minister's 11 against the Adrian Spaceman Mitchell's 11, okay?
Mm-hmm. And also by Inland Revenue, all of them sending out thing. Okay, but anyway, let me go to this one. The Ministry of Education and Human Resource, they had the deadlines for people who are applying for scholarships.
Yeah.
They've extended the deadlines. So for those of you doing undergraduate arts and science degree programs, the deadline has been extended to the 28th of June. It was the 15th of June, but it's extended to the 28th of June next week, Friday. So you have a full week, a full week to make sure that you get your stuff in to apply for your scholarships, right? So that's people who are doing their graduate, Masters of Business Administration degree program, Business Administration, Multi-Sector Health Management, International Business. So you're doing your MBA in Business Administration, Multi-Sector Health Management, International Business, right? You need to get your stuff in, no, those doing your undergrad, so let me just get that again. For the undergraduates, right, let me get undergraduate arts and science degree programs, your deadline is next week, Friday. So you've got to get your information in. For those of you just in undergraduate arts and science degree programs, you have to get your information in by next week, Friday. For those of you that are doing graduate degree programs, your MBA, business administration, multi-sector health management, international business, your deadline is the 15th of July. Right? It remains the same as it was before for those doing the MBA. The 15th of July. All applicants must first apply to the SGU, the St. George University, for acceptance. So you must apply and be accepted. Then you must be citizens of Grenada. Yeah, you can't be citizens of other place and come to get WI scholarship. Mm-hmm. You have to be one of WI. You understand?
Yes.
It's not that we don't like other people, you know.
But we first.
Yeah. Your country might have your scholarship. We country have WI scholarship. So you must be citizen of Grenada. Personal statements need to explain the applicant's financial needs. So you must write a letter to the ministry saying this is the reason I need help. Yeah? I'm from a family and is 6 children and 1 parent working and, whatever it is. But you need to write explaining the applicant's financial need. Explain your circumstances and situation, which is why you need that assistance. Application forms can be accessed on the Facebook page of the Human Resource Development Division, the Scholarship Desk, or via the Scholarship Desk via email, right? The scholarship packages include requirements. They are a scholarship application form, 2 reference letters, a copy of your birth certificate and or passport biodata page. So you could either send a copy, not your original, a copy of your birth certificate, or your photocopy, your passport biodata page. That's the passport page that says name, this, that, the other, height, blah, blah. Yeah. Certified copies of academic certificates done at the ministry's exam unit. Official transcript, acceptance letter, 1 passport size photograph, and a personal statement. So all of those things are what you need to have in there. Anyone wants to contact me, they can contact me on 4065422. You can WhatsApp me there, and I can send that information to you. Exactly what information you need to get, yeah? Or you could contact us on Facebook, as many of you do. So you can WhatsApp me directly on 4065422. And I'm saying that because, some people will go afterwards and say, oh, on the NNP program, they do that. The Ministry of Education sent this out a good while now, since the 14th of June. They sent this out to all media houses. So it didn't just come to us. But I'm saying, as a means of helping people, if you are interested, message me, or you know of someone who'll be interested, they can message me on 406-5422, and I'm willing to text that information to them so that they know exactly what to do. And if they have anything they don't know what to do, I could explain it to them. I have no problem in doing that. Devon, you have a next one there?
No, I wouldn't go through it because it's not an updated one with the cricket.
The cricket. Yeah, but the cricket, just give them the date of the next match and the location.
Well, the
23rd, they have one.
Yeah, the first semi-finals is on June 23rd. That's on Sunday, right? And that will be between the winner of our quarterfinals. That will be the winners of the both quarterfinals that took place on the 16th, right? We don't have the winners as yet, so we can't at this point in time let you know.
But just let them know where the matches take place.
Right, the matches will be played at the Pearls playing field, all right? The first semi-finals on the 23rd, right, of June. That's on Sunday at Pearls playing field. The first semi-finals in the St. Andrews Cricket League tournament, the Big Six, all right? So as we get further information, we'll just, try to update you.
Yes, indeed. And also the Ministry of Finance. Yeah, the government of Grenada expresses sincere appreciation for the contributions and donations from organizations and persons at home and in the diaspora who are desirous of supporting its development agenda. To avoid delays and enable a seamless experience at the ports of entry, the government is reminding persons interested in shipping items to various sectors and or entities in Grenada of the procedures to be followed. Because there are many people many of them listening right now out there in the Grenadian diaspora, who are in Canada, who are in the United States, who are in the UK, who might even be as far afield as Australia or China or even next door in Trinidad, that want to ship stuff here to either it might be for the hospital or might be to a home or might be for students and that sort of thing. And there's a procedure to be followed. You don't just collect stuff and send it. There's a procedure to be followed. All right? Any person wishing to donate items to entities in Grenada for charitable purposes must write a letter to the Permanent Secretary, Ministry of Finance, Carriacou, St. George, requesting duty-free concession. The letter must include a detailed list of the items to be imported and should reach the Permanent Secretary's office at least 2 weeks before the items arrive in Grenada. Some people wait until the item is here.
And then ask.
And then they don't write yet, you know. They go and they find out how to go about it. And then, all that time, the items on the port, Then they start to complain, well, they could have let the thing go. And then, afterwards, they come and they write a letter asking for concession on the items and so. All right, so the letter must be in to the Permanent Secretary at least 2 weeks before the items arrive in Grenada. This would give the concessions desk adequate time to process applications, since some applications require input from other entities regarding eligibility for concession before the final decision is made, because not everything you get a concession on to bring into the country. It is therefore incumbent on the applicant to plan efficiently to ensure sufficient time is allotted to the application process. The Ministry of Finance cannot be held responsible for charges incurred as a result of late application and or any other delays associated with importation. So, if you bring your item and decide to write your application letter 2 months later, the ministry cannot be responsible for you and the port fees you'll have to pay for storage.
Game,
yeah, they can't be responsible for that because you wrote the letter a month or 2 months after the items already arrive in Grenada. You don't do things like this word of mouth. Any permanent secretary or Ministry of Finance staff that do things like this by word of mouth, playing with jail.
Very much so.
Suppose a government change, an ex-government come in and decide they want to spite that person and they say, oh, you let X amount of thing into the country, where's the paperwork for it? And there's nothing to show.
Yep,
so you must follow the proper procedure. Letters have to be written, right? And acknowledged and responded to. It must be noted that if another organization or ministry is requesting concession on behalf of an entity, follow-up activity must be made through the entity making the application and not directly with the Ministry of Finance. So if you're bringing in items for the Ministry of Agriculture and you're seeking concessions for those, you have to follow up with the Ministry of Agriculture and not the Ministry of Finance. Suppose you're sending, let's say you're sending some tractors down. You do not follow up with the Ministry of Finance regarding that concession. You follow up with the Ministry of Agriculture because that is who you negotiated with and you're sending the items to, right? If you're sending it, for instance, to a church organization, you follow up with the church organization. You do not follow up with the Ministry of Finance, all right? The Ministry of Finance, as usual, aims at ensuring that all applications are processed in a timely manner. Government reiterates sincere appreciation for external donations and encourages the general public to abide by the stipulated guidelines. And we'll go over this next week again. And we'll continue to go over it every now and again because we know lots of folks out there. Grenadians love their home, they care about their home. And as they're out there, they're trying to get as much stuff sent down as possible here in Grenada. And we want to make sure that the process is seamless and proper so that people don't have to be frustrated by their own ignorance of the areas that they are supposed to cover. And I'm saying ignorance in the truest sense here, not the ignorance as in upset and vex. Ignorance as in not knowing what has to be done. All right? So a letter must be written to the Permanent Secretary in the Ministry of Finance, Carriacou, that must reach there at least 2 weeks before the items arrive in Grenada. Yeah?
Yeah.
Also, Devon, as we're on this one, we've had the situation in the past of individuals who their interest is in the right place. They attempt in all goodwill to get different stuff from maybe a hospital that's closing down or IT center that's closing down, and they get stuff to send to Grenada, and stuff that's really and truly should have head to a landfill instead of heading to Grenada. And then you go through all the concession and you spend money to ship this thing, and you go through all the concession process and all this sort of thing, and what you send sometimes cannot be used. Yeah, I've seen it happen before. I've seen it.
Lots of times.
Devon, a few years ago, a contact overseas, they contacted me and they said, okay, we've got all this equipment we want to send down to Grenada. We've got a pile of computers. We've got office equipment and all this sort of things. I'm making a 40-foot container. I want to send this down, and we're going to send it to you. And you would do as you see fit with it and this sort of thing. But being the person I am, I wanted to know what type of stuff they're going to send, only to find out the computers that they wanted to send Devon. You know those that look like the old-time TV?
Way long back.
Yeah. You know some of those like microwave, like what a microwave look like now?
Yes.
Yeah, those computers, that is what they wanted to send down. What would people do with that here? I don't know of any place outside of some places that's still running old-time system that might even have those type of screens operating. The software that they have is outdated. You don't even get updates for those software again. The hardware is, I was talking about things that's still using floppy disk. Don't know if you know what a floppy disk is.
What I mean.
Right. Floppy disk.
That's way back, you know.
Yeah. My cell phone right now has the capacity to carry as much information as probably 5 or 6 store full of floppy disk from back in the days. My one cell phone, because floppy disk used to carry how much megabyte? Not even a gig, you know, boss. A megabyte, 1 point something megs. And you had to take your pictures in kilobytes. Right now I could pull a flash drive with 60 something gigs and so on. So I had to tell them thanks but no thanks. Because all that would have happened is it would have come into Grenada and ended up in the landfill.
Straight to perseverance.
So it had to go and organize transport to pick up this thing and then take it and send it straight to the landfill. So while, yes, there's stuff and you're getting stuff and you want to take stuff and you want to bring it down, you want to send down stuff to Grenada, you're doing a good job, yes. But in some instances, Popo, all you watch them thing and them carefully and research. Make sure you see it. Sometimes somebody say, okay, we're closing down this IT center and we have some computers in storage that we'd like to donate. Check it first. Because you might get something we can't use.
Yeah, even hospital equipment and that sort of thing. You know, persons, as you say, their heart will be in the right place, right? But it's what is useful to us at this point in time, right? So just a cry out there for persons who continue to donate, right, to different institutions within Grenada, hospitals, the homes, and so, hey, you know, inquire. Make sure that whatever you send can be used in Grenada. You benefit by sending, and we appreciate, and we in Grenada here benefit in using it, and so, right?
Yeah, everybody wants to make a contribution, and it is welcome.
Oh, yeah.
It is part of being patriotic that wherever you are and you see something or that can help in your situation here, be it in healthcare. I've seen many people organize to send beds. Sometimes, some of the beds, when they reach, you realize you can't put that out in no facility. You have to send that, channel that to the landfill.
Yeah, or even
there have been cases of it.
Yeah, or even sometimes the maintenance, right, due to these equipment and so, you may as well buy a new one.
Because sometimes you send something down, and we understand, yes, the intention is good. But we're saying, and myself, when we say we're saying, myself and Devon, we're saying to you that sometimes you need to double check what it is that you're going to send down.
Exactly.
Because you might very well be sending down a container stuff and then half of it have to, to the landfill.
Yeah.
All right?
And we want to avoid that. And we need, make no mistake, we need as much that, you know, our friends and families and so can provide us, right? But as we say, communicate and so find out the best and what we need, and hey, it's right there.
I tell you, if you see some computers, they floppy disk, you know. Floppy disk. You think using floppy disk still? Ah, goodness gracious. Folks, we're going to open the phone lines, 440-7377. That's the number for you to call and get. It is HT Radio, Hard Talk Radio. Yeah, broadcasting to you today, 7 minutes after the hour of 11 o'clock. Devon, you want to start some confusion, boy?
Well, it's carnival time,
You want to start some confusion?
Yeah.
Only Pinky alone. Eh? Pinky, behave yourself. I ain't even going back on Pinky there. Devon, why certain radio talk show hosts seem to be so worried? Media vagrants. Why are they so worried?
Well,
misquoting us and so on. Why don't they play what they claim exists for Citizen Rollo?
They can't.
Why are they hiding?
They
play
can't.
it for Citizen Rollo.
Scared, they can't.
Why don't you just simply go on air and play what you say was said? Yeah?
And you see, one of the things, they go on air and say things and claim that there is a recording, but they're scared of playing the recording because they know
we just play.
What they're telling the people and what's on the recording is not the same. Right? So,
for instance, if we tell you that Kennedy Roberts is interested in becoming the leader of the National Democratic Congress.
We have facts.
We could play that?
Yes, we definitely have facts of that.
Working towards the convention by November, we have to elect a new political leader, a new executive.
Are you going to go up for political leader of the party?
Brenda, the reality is I am going to give it consideration. I'm giving it consideration. I'm doing the work, but it's not my decision. It's the people's decision. And if the party feels that I can make a contribution at that level, and as I have said it before, and people can interpret this whichever way they want, I would like to see 10 serious people show interest in NDC now, so we could help rebuild the party.
So NDC do have no good persons right now? Oh my God.
So two things out of that. One, he basically saying the people who in NDC right now is a waste of time.
Yeah, a waste of time.
So
they have
that
no value.
He reach in.
Yeah.
And he need 10 serious people and thing, and they could really get it thing rolling.
Oh my God. Claudette.
So that mean they don't even have 10.
Jesus Christ. What happened to Claudette? Who is she speaking on behalf of?
No, remember she's in the leadership race too.
Oh.
There's the Facebook page, Claudette Joseph for political leader, the NDC.
Leader, yes.
So they have the Facebook page and thing, and then you have the acting political leader,
yes,
who is also interested in retaining the position as political leader.
Well, he went silent for a while, Sheldon.
He went silent?
Well,
maybe get mutitis?
I've been hearing more of Mr. Roberts.
Yeah, foot and mouthis or mutitis? Well, it's one or the other. It's an injection for that, foot and mouthis or mutitis?
More Mr. Roberts and Ms. Joseph have been hitting the airwaves for the last couple of weeks.
Yeah.
I mean, that's... Wow.
Mr. Roberts.
Very interesting.
This is very interesting. You're saying that...
Another Roberts.
You need 10... Yeah, Roberts again.
Another Roberts.
Not a Glennis, eh? That's
no.
That's a whole different breed. That's a nice lady. Forget you.
Yes.
Yeah, not you. Yeah, these are different Roberts.
Mm-hmm. Wow. First as the chairman, now political leader.
Well, you see, the thing is that Mr. Kennedy Roberts seems to believe that... he can become the political leader of the NDC. I don't know what the NDCites and them have to say about that. He just came in and he's acting PRO.
Acting PRO.
Yeah, he's acting PRO. You know, NDC like they have a theater company because everybody acting, eh?
They like Donald Trump.
So you have an acting youth chair. You're acting women's chair. You're acting political leader. You are acting PRO. Everybody acting in NDC. Like now they have a whole theater company. You know in Trinidad, that the strolling players.
Yeah.
Yeah, over here, your heritage, your all kind of thing. Anyway.
Morning, Sister Ann Peters. I wonder how she's thinking.
Auntie Annie has no time with them and the thing.
So many actors in the party right now.
Auntie Anne is enjoying her retirement. Let me leave Auntie Anna alone.
Well, so many actors. Morning, Mr. Urias.
Auntie Anna, you know we love you, eh? You know it's only love between me and you. You know you are not known.
A lot of actors in NDC. I think you should invite them to come and
I wonder who's the director if it's Chris Derriggs. Chris? What else call him? What's his nickname again? You wanna know your nickname? Nah, what's his nickname?
Kojo.
Kojo. And if Kojo is the director.
I hearing something.
I said acting. I play that again.
Them big fella,
this is from, and folks, this is from the GBN program. Not to the point, on Tuesday.
Yes.
This Tuesday. Yeah, Tuesday gone. Mr. Kennedy Roberts, who is the acting PRO of the NDC. He's saying, when asked the question directly, you're interested in becoming the man didn't say no, you know.
He remind me of somebody.
You feel Kennedy go in there because he feel that there's the best opportunity for him to get at?
Yeah, well, I figure so. He figure his predecessor, former political leader Nazim Bok, from PRO, he jumped straight to deputy political leader. So he figure
and then leader.
And then leader. So he figured that that's and both of them from the same constituency in the northeast.
But that is not the same set of people that used to call him pot of anyway.
And both of them from the sister isle of Carriacou and Petit Martinique.
Well, he's from Petit Martinique.
Yeah, Petit Martinique and Carriacou.
Mammy Jane, good morning. I didn't forget you.
So, very interesting.
The convention by November. We have to elect a new political leader, a new executive.
Are you going to go up for political leader of the party?
Brenda, the reality is, I am going to give it consideration. I'm giving it consideration. I'm doing the work, but it's not my decision. It's the people's decision. And if the party feels that I can make a contribution at that level, and as I have said it before, and people can interpret this whichever way they want, I would like to see 10 serious people show interest in NDC now, so we could help rebuild the party.
Very interesting.
That doesn't say a lot about who is in NDC now. Imagine this man sitting in the executive with people and saying he need 10 serious people. So you don't even have 10 serious people in the executive?
In the executive? Even those who appoint him as acting?
The man didn't say 10 further serious people, you know. He said what we
10.
need is a 10.
A 10, wow.
Not a further 10, not an additional 10, not a different 10.
Yeah.
The man say we need 10.
The general secretary wouldn't take that lightly.
So that means we didn't have 10.
Morning, Mr. Glenn.
So that means, let me ask you a question, Devon, because you're a Northeast man, so that means that Brother Naz out then.
Well, it seems so.
Because, Kennedy's day you look to run, huh?
Well, of course, Kennedy, that's his most likely, because he grew up in the Northeast. We grew up together in Tempe, Monkpanassa, so
you go on.
Most likely he will. He will.
So you want to go there?
Yeah.
He find our constituency have a nice thing when it comes to people from the sister isles.
Yes, and then he already attempted it, going up against, from former leader. So he tell himself he can galvanize, some support and thing.
Galvanize?
Yeah.
But a man ain't even getting chicken wire. Anyhow.
Sheet rock, perhaps. But it's very interesting to see how the leadership battle is developing.
So I wonder who else in that leadership battle, because those are the names that we know.
Three so far.
Yeah, but it have others,
But you see, I'm still not ruling out the former political leader, Nazim Burke. I'm not ruling him out. Because remember, right, he did not resign as caretaker of Northeast, right?
So he's still officially the caretaker?
He's still officially the caretaker of Northeast, St. George's, right? He's still a member of NDC, right? So it's very, very interesting. So that makes it 4 so far, right? Going up, and you never know. There are those within the party, a certain wing in the party, still calling back for Honorable Tillman Thomas.
Chicken wing?
Yeah,
Yeah, that's the wing of the party, chicken wing. I can't be talking wing.
Well, no, why do you think it's chicken wing?
Like Kobo wing?
Well, that look at the dove wing. The dove.
No, but this is serious business.
It is.
You have Kennedy Roberts saying to the nation, point blank, that he's interested in becoming the political leader of the NDC.
No fear. And I like him for that, He has no fear.
Yeah, and it's a good thing. We're not saying it's a bad thing, folks. We're not saying it's a bad thing.
It's a very good thing.
Who want to come and get it, could come and get it. We're not saying it's a bad thing.
It's a lot sharing.
We would not run remote and say it's a bad thing. Let me try a call. We wouldn't run remote and say it's
Good morning and welcome.
Good morning, gentlemen.
Good morning, Mr. Major.
Good morning, AC Major.
How are you guys doing?
Oh, we pretty fine.
Something like that must have dragged out AC,
Now, it appears to me that you guys would need to find another job, because I cannot understand why you're sitting there giving political direction to a political organization that has none, and you're showing them which way to go. That is not nice at all.
We want competition. You didn't have no competition, boss.
Now, if the NDC is on the brink of permanent disbanding, then why should we have them regroup?
Help, Powie. I just exposing what was said.
Now, if your only thought is leadership, then you have no thought for service. Because a leader comes up the ranks.
Exactly.
Prime Minister Mitchell did not come into the NNP as a leader. He came as a member of the New National Party. And he worked, and he came up through the ranks. So if you're going to join a political organization for the leadership, you have no thought of service. Therefore, you cannot be a good leader of the country. And that is politics 101. You have to first of all prove your ability to serve. And then you shall be given a nod to lead. You can't lead before you serve. Jesus the Christ showed his disciples the best leader was the best servant when he washed their feet. So if you are going to exalt yourselves, you shall be debased. The electorate of St. George's Northeast, St. George's Northwest, Southeast, Southwest, South, are not fools, and they know they know a con man when they see one. So if you're coming with all these illusions of grandeur, that you could do it better with 10 serious people to regroup, it means you have no respect for who's there, and you have in your mind 10 people you want around you already, so you have already become the leader without being made the leader. And all the New National Party has to do, and I always tell people that, is concentrate on making sure that the benefits get to the people. All the party has to do is to concentrate that the man on the ground who continues to support the NNP are always included in the NNP. Because we shall never take for granted the people of Grenada, Carriacou, and all the workers on the ground, all the volunteers, all those who help in whatever way, should always remember that we are working for the people of Grenada, Carriacou,
yeah.
And once we're doing that, and once we continue to do that, then we shall not be bothered one bit by the machinations and the shenanigans of any other political organization whose only thought is we want to be in power.
Mm-hmm.
They are not saying how they're going to serve the people of Grenada, Carriacou, and Pidimani. They continue to talk about we want to be in power. They were given a chance a few years ago, and they almost destroyed our beautiful country. We are not prepared to give them another chance like that again, in light of the fact that they cannot bring the house in order and everybody is jostling for the main seat at the head of the table. We, the NNP, needs to continue showing Grenadians that we are concerned about the development of Grenada, Carriacou, and Pidimani, and the advancement of the lives of our citizens. And let those who playing, here we go around the mulberry bush, and who playing marble in mud and who want to spin top in mud, let them continue with their childish endeavors.
You ever play marble pitch in the river?
Nah, that can't work. The marble always go roll down.
Play marble pitch in the river. That's what they're doing.
You know? And on this note, let me congratulate the students who passed the, well, I know it has common entrance, so I'm going to say the common entrance CPA. And it's good to see that the number one came from a school outside of the norm. And it also goes to show that we have teachers who are capable of teaching whichever school they're at. And congratulations to the teachers who worked with the students. And things like that, we mustn't take it lightly, yeah? Because there's a concept that was going around that you have to be in a particular school to hit it first. And here we have children from 3 schools outside of St. George's that have done wonderful work at the exams this year. And again, hats off to the teachers, and let us continue to ensure that our children take what they learn in school. You don't have to be in a quote-unquote good school to pass the common entrance. You have to put your mind to it because the exam is across the board. All right, gentlemen, let me leave you all. It's a Friday. I'm going to sleep.
No, we go. Later, bro.
Later, boss. One love. AC.
Yeah, man. AC Major. Yeah, man. Yeah, he's calling on Hard Talk Radio. But yeah, I mean, so the man want to become the leader just so, right? So you feel it so?
Just like that. But you know
so the rank and file NDC, I'd have been there all the time. They got allow that to happen.
Well, apparently they may not have a choice.
But maybe they like it. Maybe they want it.
Yeah, and they don't have a choice too because perhaps they really want to see some, well, I don't know. You can never know how these guys think. You know, they're so twisted and everything. But you know what? As AC Major says rightly, we have so much work to do to ensure that the delivery process, right, of this government continues. Right?
But meanwhile, in the NDC, I have a song for them.
All you some bacchanal people. What? I know you like it. I know you love it. I know you want it, and you can do without it. All of us, we like it. I'm the man who love me carnival. All of us, we love it.
Yeah, that's real old mass over there. Let's go to the phone line again.
Good morning and welcome.
Yeah, good morning, Sheldon. Good morning, Devon.
Morning, my friend.
How are everything?
Quite fine.
Well, I listened to something with Mr. Robert, Kenny Robert. He said that NC have to find 10 serious persons. So why is saying that them in NDC presently jokers? Right? He must speak from his heart. You guys say, well, who they present? They are jokers. They are not serious. They are incompetent. Right? They're incompetent. And what will find out, he's coming straight to join NDC because he was aiming to take over from Najanbok. Right? So that was his aim in the beginning when he joined NDC. Right? He was to take over. I want to say to Mr. Robert, before you serve people, before you want to be a leader, you have to serve people. As Campbell say, you have to serve people. You have to demonstrate a care and that love for people. You come straight from outside, you want to take over. Well, that is the reason, right? So right now, you know there was a song we used to play. They give it to play. Young growing up. Find your leader. Find the leader. And presently, this is NDC. You know, some Clyde want to be leader. Nasburg, they want to be leader. Kennedy want to be leader. Other people, everybody want to be leader. And presently, I don't watch CNN News with Donald Trump. The majority of people in the Trump administration is acting. He's acting. And just like in this, everybody acting. Right? Your actress, your actors, everybody acting. Right? So I want to say, as Mr. Campbell said, Albert, we, the NMP, support that to do. We have to continue to do the work, serve people, and reach out to help and demonstrate that love and care for people who need it. Right? So I want to say, Brother Sheldon and Devon, you all have a wonderful day. God bless you.
All right, thank you. Yep. Yeah, the new National Party knows what it's supposed to do.
Of course.
But don't expect me to see something so tasty and not talk about it. The man want to become political leader of the organization.
Very interesting. But then again, with NDC, anything happens.
Diversionary tactics.
Anything goes.
Because sometimes they throw out names, and the names that they throw out are not the people that they're seriously looking at, but the people that they want you to think that they're looking at. So you've heard of the Joseph Handel, the Claudette Joseph, and now the Kennedy Roberts in the leadership race for the NDC. They've all signaled their intention to head that direction. So you've heard those names. But don't worry about those names alone, you know. Worry about the ones that you ain't hearing yet.
At all.
That's someday that you ain't hearing in that capacity yet.
What worry about the underground organizing committee? Yeah, who silently meets on a weekly basis.
You
know?
Plotting and planning how they're going to get the trade union movement to move into full strike action against the government at key points in time. One, if they can get some public workers to strike during the carnival season. Yeah, if they can get some public workers to strike during the carnival season and cause disruption in services to the Grenadian people. And secondly, at the start of the new school term, if they can possibly get the teachers to return to strike action again. That's what some of them sit down planning in their meeting.
They have a disruptive mood about them.
How they could puppet the leaders within the trade union movement to get them to do what they want them to do, so they could get the public workers union to do what they wanted to do, or the teachers union to do what they wanted to do. And if they could get their fingers in any other unions, if they can get them and pull the strings to have them like puppet, they're just doing what they want to do. That is the intention. That is what political activists of the National Democratic Congress sitting down and contemplate, along with others, strategizing how to destabilize Grenada. Grenada put some treasury bills out the other day. And again, miraculous results in relation to those. And it says a lot about how the international community sees Grenada and sees the economy of Grenada. Yeah? They put that out. And the response, amazing, simply phenomenal. You're not seeing that with any other Caribbean country.
Not even. Not even a second thought is being given to what Grenada puts out.
Yeah.
Because of the strength of the Grenada economy. And that is what they're looking at. Business is about.
Meanwhile, while all of this is happening, you have a media vagrant out there that just seem to be extremely worried right now. Why are they so worried right now?
Beck Jones?
Why are they so worried?
Well, you know.
No, I really want to know, because I know that they're listening.
Careful little mouth what you say.
Yeah, they know what they're listening. And you know what the good thing is? They have so tied themselves up during this week on radio that they have given anyone taking them to court the exact ammunition they need to send them to jail.
He's begging for it.
Because what they have said on their program, no, I'm going to take a few minutes and deal with the media vagrant. What they have said, basically, is that they have been planning for a long time to be able to say anything about anybody and get away with it. So in other words, they could come out and say things that they know for a fact are not true. And they don't care, because if you take them to court for it, they have nothing to lose. That statement is now admissible in court. It's a public statement made via radio and internet, and I dare say that I have a full recording of it. Full recording of it. Audio and video. Don't think you pull the video and you pull it in time. Audio and video. I have a copy of it. Yeah? So don't think you're getting away. Anytime you go to court, there is no evidence, because you've stated it clearly.
That's premeditation.
Yeah. That when you're doing this thing, you have to make sure that you don't have nothing on your name. You don't have nothing on your name. So when they take you to court, why should anyone have to take you to court?
Yeah.
But that's the thing. We're here on Hard Talk. We don't have to go through all of that. Devon has property. I barely have. Yeah? And in fact, everything that I have is recorded in the Integrity Commission. I have my certificate in my car right now from the Integrity Commission where I made my submission several years ago. And in fact, I think I have to do one soon again. Yeah, even though I'm no longer a part of Parliament, due to certain other things, I would have to make a declaration again. Yeah? Because I have nothing to hide. You understand? But some of them feel now that they could say anything that is untrue about anybody and there are no consequences to their actions. Now, understand that once a person is slandered or libeled, that individual has all full rights to institute a civil case against the person who says it. We have freedom of expression here in Grenada. We have freedom of speech. But your freedom of speech is limited in all countries. It is limited by the fact that you cannot libel or slander another person because then you are damaging their character and they have a constitutional right to maintain their character without somebody saying something that is untrue or false about them.
Because I cannot see why you have to worry, right? If you speak the truth.
Why worry when you can pray?
I mean, come on. When you can just relax and pray and feel comfortable. And so that's not the case with you.
All hog had a Saturday.
Yes.
Right.
Well, right now it's Thursday and Friday night, not Saturday again, no?
What do you think? The thing is up in
Abattoir up in Maribor up there. Morning, Miss Honorable Delma Thomas.
Figure it's Saturday. Yeah, no, you see, what they did, and they're extremely worried now. Because what they did is because they like to run their mouth so much and like to give people the impression that they're so intelligent that they tie their own self up.
Somebody say,
they tie their own self up. They come and they say straight up. In other words, what they've been saying is that their intention from ever since, and this is admissible in court, everything I'm saying here is admissible in court. They have been saying that for the longest while, they knew that they would be taken to court. And how you could know you're being taken to court if what everything you're saying is true? If everybody could trust, how come I ain't getting taken to court? How come no one has ever even written a pre-action protocol letter to me for anything that I've said on this program?
But they can't.
Yeah? Me had to hide no assets or so, I just had to speak the truth. Yeah. But in the instance of these individuals, they're so interested in maligning individuals' personal character and organizations that their intent is to lie. Their intent is to say untruth. Their intent is to damage individuals through lies, slander, and libel. Their intention is not to be truthful. So what they do? They say, well, I don't know. I know from when I get into this thing, I have to make sure that I have nothing on my name and you don't keep nothing on your name. So when they sue you, why would they have to sue you? Why would anybody have to take action against you if what you're saying is truthful? You see how you're dunce? But don't worry, man. As I say, all figure is Saturday.
Oh, yeah.
NTRC, National Telecommunication Regulatory Commission.
Some beg
NTRC.
Some beg for money, some beg for sympathy.
Yeah. But the bottom line is that that's beg.
It is beg. I don't know.
Next week is begging week?
We speak Next
week is begging week?
We speak the truth.
That's when does come in the soulful voice?
Yes, soulful voice.
This program is maintained
and sponsored by you.
Media vagrant.
But you know what is amazing, After you spend 2 days and a night, perhaps, begging people on the Beg Jones show, and so 2 days after that, you continue to malign and say all kinds of things about the same people who you beg for money. My God. Give me that nice.
NTRC, National Telecommunication Regulatory Commission.
Welcome to the Beg Jones
There are
show.
things against using obscene language on air, innit? And obscene language is pointed out, innit? And there are also things about certain ways that you can behave on radio and so on, innit?
That's why
there are rules. There are laws in place. Yeah, they regulate because there are rules and there are laws in place.
That's why the NTRC is there.
So action can be brought against individuals.
Definitely.
Action can be brought against sole traders and companies. Yeah?
Exactly.
Action can be brought.
Stations.
Yeah.
Doesn't matter.
Yeah. NTRC. National Telecommunication Regulatory Commission. And some people feel that after they say what they want to say about people and they end up in court and they say they had nothing, that is the end of it, they don't realize that some of these things carry and/or. You can be fined and/or confined.
I love the confined.
If you are told that you must pay X amount, because you can't say that you have no source of income if you're begging every month and getting enough money to maintain a radio program and a family.
Of course, and you
so you
boast
can't
about
say
it.
that you don't have. Yeah, that's not an excuse. Yeah? And somebody just pledged $150 towards our water bill. $150 towards our water bill,
Wow,
Devon. We gain $150 towards our water bill. Drop it up here, please.
Yes.
Nice. You know what we did, right?
You know what we did.
Drop it up.
You know
all right. I'm looking out for you. And if I don't see that 150, it's problems. You know. Drop your 150. I'm calling your name on air, you know, and say you promise that 150 and you don't drop it, you know. Right. 150. Some old person bill go pay with that. Nice. Yeah. So I know why all of a sudden they're afraid of the NTRC. I thought they were fearless. I didn't think they were afraid of anybody. Why are they seeking sympathy right now? As you say, Devon, what you say earlier? They're begging for money and next minute they're begging for?
They're begging for sympathy.
Yeah, it was they're begging. So, media vagrant.
Oh my God. But you know what? As I always say, being on the radio, it's a very good opportunity to be on the radio, to speak to people, to share information. But it's such a bad and disrespectful thing, right? To be, I mean...
Why do you have to worry if what you're saying is truthful? Why do you have to worry? If you know what you're saying is truthful, why do you have to hide assets? Why do you have to try to make sure that you don't have anything in your name? Why do you have to do that if you know what you're saying is truthful? You're not supposed to worry? Because if somebody brings a frivolous lawsuit against you, it could be thrown out from the court. Before it even get to court, it end up in the master's chambers. That's the end of that. They bring it to the master's chambers. If you have a good enough lawyer, they bring that. They say, your worship, this is frivolous, so on, ting. Master's chambers look at it. They say, what? This thing ain't make sense and you can't go for it. That throw out. Say it's frivolous and vexatious. You throw that out. Yeah? There's no truth to this. You allegate the man ain't do say nothing against you there that damage your character or so on. But if they find anything in it, that means that a case should go forward. Crapo, smoke your pipe.
It becomes problematic for you, my brother.
All right, nice, good. Folks, 44073. 4407377.
And 347-329-3101.
Yeah, they're going through problems right now. They're going to need adult pampers.
Yeah. Good morning to all of you on the live who have joined us and participating with us. Good morning to you, and continue to like and share. And so as we move forward in promoting, right, the new national party as a party and as a party in government.
Let's say a very special good morning to the Honorable Adrian Spaceman Mitchell.
Yes.
We hope that you're having a fabulous day today. So we know that the Prime Minister's 11 is coming up against the Spaceman Mitchell team tomorrow. Yeah.
Shamrock.
Mm-hmm. Hard Rock.
Hard Rock, sorry.
Hard Rock. You're trouble, but you can't go up there. You have to remember it's Hard Rock and not Shamrock.
Hard Rock, but it's a rock. So,
so Prime Minister will be taking the field. Yeah. I hope Spaceman might take the field as well.
Yeah, most likely he may take. Paul, good morning.
Mm-hmm.
Honorable.
He'll be there.
Honorable Clifton Paul. Good morning to you, sir.
Yeah, we hope you're having a fabulous day too. Yes, the two lineman partners.
The two lineman partners.
Yeah, two of them would just go and take a little exercise.
Every morning on Bathway and thing, I'll be like, these guys.
And as you mentioned Bathway, folks, it's turtle watching season in case you're looking for something to do. It's turtle watching. Please just note, you may see turtles coming up not only in that area but other areas. Sometimes they come up on Grandans Beach.
Yep.
They do come up on Grandans Beach and other beaches and so on.
Pearls.
Do not interfere with them.
Yeah, leave them alone.
Do not. I think it's actually a criminal offense. You can't interfere with them.
Good morning and welcome.
Hello, good morning.
Good morning, my friend.
Is that HARDTALK?
Yes, it is.
Mm-hmm. Sheldon and Devon, how you all do?
Oh, we're good, my friend.
We're singing pretty low.
We can hear you. We can hear you.
You go ahead, though. We're hearing you.
A concern I have here, I don't normally call, but a concern. You know, on Wednesday night, you have a program, a comedy show, a hate comedy show you call Release It or something like that. My question is, these guys, Godfrey Augustine, Anthony Julian, Alan Basinski, Jude Bernard, Citizen Roland, so Where were they in the period 2008 to 2013 when the parliament was closed down, salaries could not be paid unless a piece of government assets was sold? Where were they? You never heard about them. But now all of a sudden you have this Release Me program. And Alan Brzezinski, think that he knows it all. He's the wisest man in Grenada and he knows it all. But I want him to know that charity begins at home. Because he was and maybe still is the managing director of Hubbard's. All of a sudden he cares so much about workers and about being so patriotic and about the roads and the hospital. Now the Hubbard's workers used to get a bonus at the ending of the year, which you look forward to with great expectation. They could have put a little money in the bank. They could have put a little money towards buying a piece of land or maybe do some repairs to the house. That was taken away from them. That don't happen anymore. But all of a sudden he's so concerned and care about workers. And Citizen Rolo. I want Citizen Rolo to know the disrespect he's showing to the Prime Minister. Whether you call him the so-called Prime Minister, you could put it in his pipe and smoke it, that he is his Prime Minister and the Prime Minister of Grenada. And you see people like Alan Brzezinski. He's saying that Dr. the Right Honorable Keith Mitchell came from too much poor parentage and is too dark-skinned to be the Prime Minister. So they have this comedy show which they will joke and run down the government. I tried calling the program the other night, but you see, I wasn't calling to cuss the NNP and cuss Dr. Keith, so they cut me off. And I want them to know that they could have shows and programs 3 times a day, 7 days a week. But whenever election is called again, it will be the same result. Gentlemen, thank you. Have a nice day.
You too, my friend. Have a wonderful weekend.
All right, thank you. And you see, that's a thing. You look at them, and you realize prior to the 2018 general election, they had the media vagrant on air. They had the same individuals you're talking about there and others. Some of them get quiet since last year. They can't open back their mouth up to now. They're on mutitis. But they're on radio. They were on radio saying all sorts of nonsense and so. You see, what works at the end of the day is getting the job done. The people at St. John, they could hear them say as much as they want. But they want to see that they get their health facility up and running, offering services to the people of St. John. They want to see an improvement to their road network. They want to see an improvement to the educational sector, the schools in the area. They want to see more and more opportunities for the fishermen and the vendors and all the different people within St. John. That's what they are interested in.
Housing stock to be developed.
Yeah. So as much as you tell a man, for instance, that the school book program closed, and his child is going to school and collecting books from the school book program, they say you are a liar, you are a hypocrite, and we cannot trust you. And these people ain't learning that, but we ain't going to teach them that. Because
no.
Anything we say to do is what they ain't going to do. Yeah? But they're learning that. So they can do their programs, Nobody have a problem with them doing their programs. Be truthful.
That's all we say.
Be truthful and be fair. But you see, there's this level of arrogance. When you talk about Mr. Brzezinski, there's that level of arrogance. As in, I am Brzezinski and I am better than everybody else. Or I am Godfrey and I know better than everybody else. And there's this arrogance, this attitude with the Jude Bernards and the John Rolos.
Well, yeah,
that
this one.
We are better than everybody else and we're more intelligent. For instance, even this morning I was listening to Brenda Batiste. And Brenda went into a proper description of today being the longest day and the equinox and all of that. She gave a proper thing. Jude Bernard calls after and says, I don't feel people understand. I still have to explain. That's the thing. They always feel they're more intelligent than everybody else. They're smarter. That you stupid, them alone smart, so you wouldn't understand. They have to always come to explain it to you. That's what they feel. That's what they believe. Yet them alone went to school. You used to go by the gate and watch them going in. They alone used to be inside there. There's disbelief among them. They always feel that they're more intelligent than everybody else. Yeah?
There this one that they call John Rolo. John Rolo, you better take note of it because, you continue to disrespect everybody on radio. citizens, the Prime Minister, the leadership of this country, you better take note and you better take warning. What goes around comes around. Because what you continue to say about people, remember, you have skeletons in your closet. Right? Remember that. As way back in the 70s. I mean, I wouldn't go there. But somebody might go there. They could trace you way back to the 70s. Right? Come up. 80s, June Revolution. They can't. So be careful, lick 'em out what you say, John Rollo. That's just a warning.
No, they expect people to respect them when they don't understand what respect means. That's the thing with them, you know. They want everybody to respect them when they don't understand what respect means. But they can go ahead. And while they go ahead, all the different ministers have to do, continue doing the work that the people hired you to do.
Exactly.
Yeah, continue doing the work. You know, continue doing the work in the constituencies that the people have asked you to do, to provide services to the people of the constituencies. So when you go up to Northwest, and you pass by Kami and you realize thing taking place, you see an excavator, you see all kind of thing moving, and so you realize the MP is doing what the people of the area asked him to do. Exactly. When you're going to St. David in Corinth and you look up on the hill and you see the hillside transforming, and pretty soon when you look down and you realize you're seeing not one but 2 hotel buildings in St. David, and then you see roads start to fix left, right, and center, you understand that the people of St. David made the right choice, chose the right person who has the capability and competency to ensure that what they need done for St. David is done. You mightn't get everything one go, but you will get it. You will get the proper things done for St. David.
I cannot understand, some people. They keep crying about the new National Party has 15 seats. They have all the seats in Parliament. And it's this and it's that. And they want to bring out one party. But my God, the Grenadian people are sensible. You want them to elect a representative for their constituency who cannot work, who lazy, right? Who continues to disrespect people, who don't like the average citizen of their constituency. No, they will never do that. They will continue to elect persons that are responsible, that is delivering, that cares about people. And that is what the team of the NNP is all about.
And that's the thing. That's why we say when you look at the different constituencies, you're seeing positives. They don't want us to talk about all the scholarships.
They don't.
They don't want us to talk about that.
Millions of dollars.
So we have a caller online.
Good morning and welcome.
Good morning, Mr. Romain and Mr. Scott.
Good morning to you, sir.
Yeah, I'm not much of a talker. I'm more a listener. And I've been listening to you young men. Lord, like the Spirit hit me this morning. Anyhow, keep up the good work. There are a lot of people who are running their mouths down. Maybe if Mr. Kennedy is listening, I know him very well. The same door he walked out of the house is still open. The door is never closed. Take care. Have a blessed weekend, young man.
Thank you very much. And you have the same, my friend.
Nobody are nothing against the brother.
No, I mean, we all Grenadians.
We never said anything wrong with him and what he want to do, you know, if he ties their business. But, I mean, it's just very interesting to students of local politics. It's very interesting because it means an interesting dynamic is developing within that organization. For instance, you've had Claudette this week basically saying that the NDC had the same document that, and I'll play that audio, I'll get that audio and play it on Monday or one day when we do not have a guest in. She is saying that they have the document and have had the document since being in office that they're telling now the NNP government, release to the people. They're saying release it, but they have had it since 2008.
So why
it's been in their possession.
Why they didn't release it?
Exactly. That's why we continue to say there's a move by the people within the NDC now to distance themselves from that period, 2008 to 2013.
The 2008 crew.
Anything they perceive as positive, they can drag out of it. Don't say, this was an achievement of the NDC, that was an achievement of the NDC.
Opportunistic.
Anything that they see as dragging the NDC down, they try to distance themselves from. Well, I don't know about that.
Yeah, we was not part of that.
We was not part of that. Yeah. Try to distance themselves. That's what we see happening. Yeah? And yes, Hannah is mentioning she sees so many SL trucks on the road passing through River Road. Yeah, I'm seeing a lot of the SL trucks all over.
Well, and not just the SL trucks, so much of the local trucks. Sheldon, I come from Grenville almost every morning, and I can check anywhere between 10 to 15 trucks passing me over the Granite Tank before I get to St. George's. It's amazing, and that's on a daily basis.
But Evan, that is part of the problem with the roads right now too, because we have so much of these trucks moving.
So much of them.
That is, especially there's an area that the road is pretty bad there. That's if you're heading up to the housing scheme from River Tempe, Mount Gay area. If you're going up there to the housing scheme, the back there, it's really bad.
Oh, man.
And part of the reason is because of the volume of trucks that are coming down there with gravel. Because
gravel and concrete.
It's like somewhere building every minute.
Yeah.
So it's like trucks upon trucks upon trucks, big trucks, small truck, medium-sized trucks,
it's an
trucks
ongoing
upon
problem,
trucks.
Sheldon. I can tell you about that. It's an ongoing problem that it has to be solved,
And
but it takes not just government.
It's so technical to have to deal with, because what you may have to do is you actually may have to remove a certain amount of material and stockpile it somewhere else.
Yes.
So that the trucks can come and get it
and
in order to fix that road. To close and fix it. It's not an easy thing.
No, it's not an easy thing.
Because you cannot tell the trucks to come down the other side over by the stadium.
No.
The steepness of the road.
No, that's impossible.
And you're putting people's life in danger if you do that. Yeah. So in order to fix that road on the other side, you have to close the road.
And you can't stop sell gravel and sand.
Exactly, which means that you have to stockpile the gravel and sand somewhere else for a period of time. Over a period of time, you have to stockpile it there
and get that
and then try and fix the road over the shortest period of time. Maybe a week, and you try and fix the road. And that's if the road would, because even during that time, it may not cure proper, and it's big trucks that's going to be driving on it again.
That road would need at least between 2 weeks to a month.
Yeah.
To put down
and you have to therefore stockpile somewhere else to be able to do that. So it's not an easy fix. Of course, you understand what needs to be done, but it's not an easy fix something. You have to be very careful with it. Yeah? 440377. That's the number for you to get onto the inside.
And 347-329-3101. Good morning to the staff at Paddy's out there in Carriacou. Yeah, how you guys are doing?
Hey, and let me say good morning to our good friend Mammy Jane out there in Petit Martinique. I hope that you're having a fabulous day today. Yeah, I want them people and them leave. When Mammy Jane put the flowers and them over by the graveyard, leave the flowers there.
Yeah.
Some people, I ain't feel as Petit Martinique people doing that. I feel as some other people who visit in I know Petit Martinique people and they wouldn't do that.
Yeah, they don't have an
idea.
So
it's people from somewhere else. So I know the graveyard there, you put in the flowers, Mammy Jane does go and she does push nice little flowers around for people and thing.
Yeah.
So I wouldn't see Mammy Jane going and put flowers that looking nice around my relative that's buried there in Petit Martinique and go and try and move it. So I believe it's people from elsewhere. So when all you go up there for Whitsuntide and all this thing, and all you see them flowers there, leave it there.
Yes, they have a purpose, a reason.
Them nice flowers that be on the graveyard and thing, they should put you nice little flowers and thing to make the place look kind of,
the beauty, flowers is something that attracts. It's like honey and fly, When people see beautiful flowers, they tend to break a piece and
it's a Roman Catholic graveyard there and so on. It's in memory of all those folks that have gone before that created the foundation. So all you don't disrespect it by removing the flowers. Leave the flowers when Mammy Jane put it there, leave the flowers there.
Good morning.
And that is not Petit Martinique people, so those are you that are going there and do it. Don't go.
Good morning to all the silver-headed citizens of our country, the senior citizens. Good morning to all of you, wherever you are, doing whatever you have to do. And so good morning to you.
And Devon, another thing, talking about the gravel and thing, cement still ain't staying, man.
No, cement can't stay on the ground.
By the time boat float, Yeah, it's gone again, empty. By the time boat float.
I'm passing through River Road every day, and I've not known the last time when I've seen a stockpile of cement inside of Ellie Porcel's warehouse.
They're taking that
and
off
it's
the port.
right by the road, I mean, basically nothing inside of there. Just now they had to take something else and put inside that storeroom.
It goes back to the IMF report earlier this month, where they spoke about the importance of the construction sector
and
tourism sector and how that ties in with the agricultural sector.
Yep.
So if you read the IMF report, you can go to the IMF website, imf.org. You can go there and you can read the report. And it says a lot It says a lot. And it also says about putting money now that Grenada may get, putting those money into productive areas. So not spending that money on just salaries, not saying that, okay, we're going to increase everybody's salary by $200 or $300 or whatever. That would be wrong, to put the money into that sector, but to put the money into sectors that may generate things. Cooperatives, the area that the Honorable Oliver Joseph spoke to us about just recently. Yeah. Cooperatives, something that you put money in that's going to generate money back into the economy, provide employment, provide opportunity, and save foreign exchange. Yeah? Many of us, but if you check how much money you spend on a month in relation to snacks and these soft drinks and these sort of things for your children, if you check how much money you spend on a monthly basis in relation to those things, and you realize how much cheaper it would be. For instance, Devon, you ever get some golden apple and the greenish one, not the ripe one, but you get a green golden apple and thing. And you either grate it or you blend it. You cut it up, you grate it, you blend it, and you put a little bit of sugar and you make some juice with that. Right? You might get a packet of golden apple. According to you buy it from, you might get it for as little as $5. And you're making 2-3 big mug of juice out of that, or maybe even more. Right? You're buying one Coke, and it costing you $5 according to where you go, $3.50 according to where you go, $4 according to where you go. It costing you that. It's cheaper to make the juice.
Always cheaper.
It's cheaper to make the juice, and it's more healthy to use the juice. Yeah? You give your children the money and they buy the Olay and the different chips and the corn curls and the this and the that and that kind of thing. $1.25, $1 and this and so on. And you have the mangoes falling off the tree all over, and you have the French cashew, and you have all these things that are wrong, the bananas and so on, much more healthy, less likely for them to end up in hospital.
Exactly.
Yeah?
And
boost the immune system, but instead you decide you want to give them the salty, greasy things with some names that 26 digits long that you can't even pronounce. Read the pack. So them things are some tetrachloride, this, that, the other kind of thing. 20-something letters long. You can't even read it.
When you could just suck a 2 mango, eat a 2 banana, you have sugar apple, you have golden apple. I mean, so many things. We are blessed, eh? We are blessed. That is why we have to continue encouraging our young ones, right, to eat the fruits that we grow, right, and everything like, and they will continue to be healthy. You know. Good morning, Kami.
Jack selling in Tongba. You want to go and buy can of tuna?
Yeah, a can of tuna or some mackerel.
Yeah, Jack selling. Want to go and buy tuna? You know. You understand? So we need to be reasonable and careful.
And I wanted to some of you farmers in particular. Yes, you farm. You expect people to support you, but your prices, you have to be careful with your prices. Some of you want to sell a breadfruit for $4 and $5, and that breadfruit tree in your land for over 20 years now, and you're not doing nothing to it, but every year the breadfruit goes up. Come on, we need to do better than that. The mangoes, you want to put
You want to do better than that, Devon?
3 mangoes in a bag and sell it for $5? Come on,
Devon,
people.
You want to do better than that? Plant your own. Folks, that's all the time we have for today. Don't go and tell them people the price. Plant your own. Yeah, no, I agree that.
Well, they won't get support.
Plant your own.
Yeah.
Right.
What about those who don't have land to plant?
In that case, then we'll buy. Yeah. Folks, that's all the time we have for today. It's been wonderful being here with you on HTG Radio, Hard Talk Grenada. Yes, indeed. We'd like to thank all of you who've been listening today, all of you who've been giving your little comments, and so online. Love each and every one of you. All of you who've been joining us for this week, we'd like to say a very hearty thank you to each and every one of you. It's been a short week, but back to next week. We're back to normal length week, eh? Yeah, no, we will not be having any pledge program next week.
No,
we do not have any pledge program next week.
No pledge program.
Outside of, yes, Hannah, NTRC. But also, after NTRC, you also have to hear another one now, FIU. Anyway, folks, that's all the time we have for Hard Talk today. It's been wonderful being here with you. And whatever you say and do it safe and secure. We want to be speaking to and with you.
And not about you.
Love each and every one of you.
FIU.
Hardcore is the place to be as we head down to Carnival City.
24/7 trips up.
It's all about our culture, our artists, our spice mess. Your favorite artists and DJs would be there. Come experience the musical sounds of the Stew Band and the Octane Band live. Starting time 8 p.m. and you pay $10 at the door. Carnival City is on again this and every Friday. Up to Carnival. It's Spice Mess. Many events, one Carnival. Don't you dare miss being a part of this experience.
It's coming, the new family of EC polymer notes.
What is different about these notes?
The feel.
Polymer notes are made from a thin plastic film which makes the notes feel smoother than the paper notes.
The orientation.
The notes have a portrait orientation. You will read the notes from top to bottom instead of left to right as you do with the paper notes.
Unique tactile feature.
The front of each note has raised bumps at the top left-hand corner. These bumps form shapes that are familiar to you.
Holographic foil strip.
This feature is on the $20, $50, and $100. When you tilt the notes, the images and colors in this section will change.
New image on the $50.
The back of the $50 bears the image of former governor of the ECCB, the late Honorable Sir K. Dwight Venner.
New signature.
All the notes bear the signature of the current governor, Timothy N.J. Antoine.
EC polymer notes. Cleaner, safer, stronger.
Construction of Guave Polyclinic ahead of schedule. Details to this story and more in the National Report. With the details to the news for Wednesday, June 19th, I am Rakisha St. Louis. 8 months after the ceremonial sod turning on October 26, 2018, by government and EU officials, the Guave Health Center has risen from the dust, with construction ahead of schedule and eyes focused on the model health facility, which is expected to be the only government polyclinic on island. We get more in this Kevil Frederick report.
Led by a team of engineers, architects, and the representatives of the Chinese construction firm Xingdong Fire Young Caribbean Construction Group, Health Minister the Honorable Nicholas Steele accompanied a delegation from him. During the 2018 election campaign, the Kate Mitchell ruling New National Party did promise the people of St. John and St. Mark that the Guave Health Center would be reconstructed bigger and better. And from all indications thus far, the 3-story polyclinic is well on the way to becoming another government promise signed, sealed, and delivered. His ministry, as well as officials from the Ministry of Works and the European Union Development Fund within the Ministry of Finance, on a tour of the Guave Health Center project site. At the start of the visit, Lorna Charles, an architect from the Ministry of Works, shared some insights on the project.
This is going to be the principal parking lot for the area. And as you come into the parking lot now, we have a little bridge where you would access the actual upstairs, or what we call the second floor of the building. Because we go basement, ground floor, first floor, and second floor. So as you enter here, you would have all the services. We are going to put a staircase here so that you can access the ground floor, and you have an extra entrance, escape, emergency access, whatever you want to call it.
Having toured the project from top to bottom and being part of the discussions with the experts, the health minister told our GAS team,
the project is ahead of schedule with respect to the contractor. It's actually based on schedule now, 8 months ahead of schedule. We're hoping to maintain that advancement on it to deliver this project ahead of schedule and within budget.
During the 2018 election campaign, the Kate Mitchell ruling New National Party did promise the people of St. John and St. Mark that the Guelph Health Centre would be reconstructed bigger and better. And from all indications thus far, the 3-story polyclinic is well on the way to becoming another government promise signed, sealed and delivered.
I am happy that we started. I have made public comments that it was long overdue in terms of the starting. But once started, with the contractor working hand in hand with us, we are ahead of schedule with respect to the time for construction. But the people of St. John's, St. Mark's will have their polyclinic in 2020.
The island's health minister is confident that the soon-to-be polyclinic will improve the delivery of care to all those who access services.
It will serve the community better. It will reduce the need for individuals to go all the way to the general hospital. It will increase the time, the efficiency with respect to reducing the time between incident and getting to care, because this facility is central to the St. John, St. Mark's community. So it will benefit. It is a more efficient structure. We have been working hand in hand with the European Union and Pan American Health Organization on. Also to mention that this facility is also a smart facility with respect to its climate resilience, its ability to withstand a disaster. So it will be up and running based on its design. It is meant to be up and running post-disaster to serve this community, or to continue to serve this community.
Nicole Garaway-Forsyth, one of the EU's representatives who also toured the project, told GIS her team was satisfied with the level of progress thus far.
We're very happy to see the progress that has been made thus far. This site visit here today allowed us to really identify some of the issues, to assess the work that has been undertaken, and really to get a better idea, a heightened appreciation of the work that is left to be undertaken under this project.
She described the project as a win for Grenada.
The European Union, we're very pleased to partner with the government of Grenada, and we earnestly believe that this is a win for the government and people of Grenada.
Meanwhile, with all eyes focused on the new development currently taking place in the nation's fishing capital, government and private technical experts say they are hoping to keep the momentum to deliver the project ahead of schedule without sacrificing the quality with respect to the specifications and requirements of the building. I am Kevin Frederick reporting for the National Report.
Minister for Trade, Industry, Cooperatives and CARICOM Affairs, Honorable Oliver Joseph, has promised Grenada's unwavering commitment and support following its historic election to the United Nations Security Council. He was speaking at the 4th sitting of the OECS Assembly in Antigua this week. St. Vincent and the Grenadines was elected to the seat that is allocated to the group of Latin America and Caribbean states for the period of January 1st, 2020 to December 31st, 2021, with the support of 185 member states, over 90% of the United Nations membership. The voting took place at the United Nations headquarters in New York earlier this month. Minister Joseph described the victory as one for all small island states.
St. Vincent, you're a sign of hope for all small island developing states. And we in Grenada pledge our full support to you as you start your 2-year journey on the Security Council. Rest assured, and I may say the rest of the OECS, you have our full support as you make your mark, and I have no doubt that you will do a good job.
The other 4 countries that have been elected to the United Nations' most powerful body are Estonia, Niger, Tunisia, and Vietnam. This is the National Report. We'll have more news after the break.
Every summer, the Spice Island of Grenada is transformed into the Caribbean's biggest party, Spice Man.
coming down to Grenada.
Come experience the warmth of our people, trending theme fats, the revelry, the pageantry, and why we are the Jab Nation. The Kids Our Future shines on August 3rd in the Children's Carnival Frolic and the Junior Calypso Show. 7 beauties take center stage as the Queen of Carnival is crowned on majestic Thursday, August 8th. The prestigious Soca and Groovy Monarchs are crowned on Carnival Friday night, August 9th. Enjoy the pulsating rhythms of the Still Pan at the Junior and the Senior Panorama on Carnival Saturday, August 10th, and Real Steel, August 17th. The March Gras crowns the Calypso Monarch on Carnival Sunday, August 11th. 2 days of frolicking in the Caribbean sun kicks off on Monday morning, August 12th, with the biggest juve in the world, followed by pageant and Monday night mass. The creativity and splendor of our mass parades on the road Carnival Tuesday, August 13th. Join us in the Jab Nation of Grenada, August 8th to 12th for Spice Mass 2019. Many events, one carnival.
Welcome back. Building a highly competent and skilled workforce. That is the objective of the 2-day World Skills Grenada competition, which was held at Tamsisi's Hospitality Center. It was held under the theme Showcasing Youth Skills for Employment, with competition focused in 4 broad areas. Details from Annette Moore.
The WorldSkills Grenada competition is modeled after the WorldSkills International competition, which is focused on skills excellence and youth development, geared at building confidence, empowering communities, and helping to fuel economies.
What I'm very impressed with is that we had so many people come to assist us in terms of volunteers. We had all our judges, we have had coaches, experts, student volunteers, industry experts in the field, you media people, a lot of people have come forward to assist us in making sure that this competition is a success.
The WorldSkills Grenada competition is intended to showcase the technical competencies of young Grenadians in 4 skill areas. In this year's event, competitors between the ages of 17 and 25 years old competed in the areas of cooking, fashion technology, graphic design technology, and beauty therapy. Participants shared how they were progressing on the first day of competition, and the judges also provided feedback.
Today's event was good, but there is areas that could be developed. There is things that could be done to, get the participants up to speed.
The competition helps us with speed, time management, and thinking on the spot, because when we got the criteria, we had to think about what we wanted to do, each sauce, each everything, what we putting into this and that.
Today's event, we have to produce a dress-like form, gown, high fashion, couture styling. So I did my design. We had to sketch. The first part is sketching out the design, and then we meet with the models. We take the measurement to assure that everything is okay. Right. So then we draft after the sketching. We draft. That's the phase that we're in here now. We have about an hour and a half to do both, and then after that we do the cutting. There's a cutting of the pattern, and then after we sew, which is tomorrow because it's 2 days of competition.
Beauty participants were also enthusiastic about their experience.
They had us make a video of doing a facial and somebody here, and then we had to send the video to them. So that's how I make it to here.
Certain things we didn't know, so we had to take extra time. We had to practice, we had to take notes, we had to read.
There's always room for improvement, as I always say, but the first step is to doing it right, and I think that they have that well set.
I've been cutting it very close with the time constraint. I had higher expectations for one, to start a little earlier, but also not to have so many tasks at hand, because I have to create a logo, create postcards, and then I still have to create a booklet and so on, and it's a lot. So time is of the essence.
Other exhibition displays included robotics, cosmetology, bartending, baking, the Internet of Things, bow tie craft, massage, facials, and more.
This being the first WorldSkills in Grenada,
from today, even at this point, we have learned a lot, and we are seeing a number of areas that we need to improve on. And for tomorrow, please the Lord, there are some areas we are definitely going to work on to improve, to ensure that the competition starts on time and the participants has the best experience ever in this World Skills.
Grenada became a member of World Skills Americas in July 2018 and will be eligible to send participants to World Skills Americas competitions when they are held every 2 years. For the National Report, I'm Manette Moore.
That story just ended the National Report for today, Wednesday, June 19th. Let's recap the top story. Construction of Guav Polyclinic ahead of schedule. On behalf of everyone here at the Government Information Service who made this newscast possible, I am Rakisha St. Louis saying thank you for joining us. Until next time.
National Party NNP Utah in association with WeiVybz presents a pre-fisherman's birthday bingo on Saturday 22nd June, at the Victoria Park in Grenville. Starting time 7 p.m. It's $50,000 in cash and prizes to be won. We having a good time in the venue. $50,000 in cash and prizes. Tickets cost $40 for one. Pay $70 and we give you 2 tickets. Music by DJ Camus. Make it a date. Saturday 22nd June, Victoria Park, Grenville. $50,000 free fisherman birthday bingo. Don't you dare miss this.
This Friday, it's on again. The Tantine Hardcore is the place to be as we head down to Carnival City. It's all about our culture, our artists, our spice mess. Your favorite artists and DJs would be there. Come experience the musical sounds of the Stew Band and the Octane Band live. Starting time 8 p.m. and you pay $10 at the door. Carnival City is on again this and every Friday. Up to Carnival. It's Spice Mess. Many events, one Carnival. Don't you dare miss being a part of this experience.
Stay up to date with all that's happening with the new National Party, NNP. Send us a message via text or WhatsApp on 405-8683 with your name, email, and constituency. Stay in the know with NNP. Get updated.